5 ways a controlling woman turns marriage into a lifetime of regret. A controlling woman doesn't want a partnership. She wants power. She doesn't want teamwork. She wants dominance. And when a man marries a woman who insists that everything must go her way, he doesn't enter a loving home. He steps into a dictatorship dressed in love quotes and wedding photos. Marriage should be a safe place, a home, a partnership where two people work together, support each other, and build a life together. But for some men, marriage becomes something else entirely. A cage without bars, a home without peace, a union without unity, just because they married a controlling woman. In this video, we'll walk through 5 ways a controlling woman can turn a marriage into a lifetime of regret. Let's take it step by step and break it down. Number 1. She calls you controlling for not accepting her bad choices. A controlling woman wants full authority but hates accountability. She wants to make all the decisions, give all the orders, and have things done her way. Yet she refuses to take responsibility when those decisions go wrong. She demands control but rejects accountability. If you disagree with her respectfully, she says you're oppressive. If you offer a wiser idea, she says you're insecure. If you try to lead as a man in your own home, she says you're afraid of strong women. But the truth is simple. Her problem is not your tone, your voice, or your approach. Her real problem is this. She cannot stand the idea that anyone might know something she does not. So, she wants 2 freedoms. First, the freedom to make reckless decisions, and second, the freedom to blame you when they fall apart. Your guidance becomes ego. Your caution becomes fear. Your leadership becomes control. A woman who uses emotional labels to escape accountability will turn every conversation into a battlefield disguised as communication. And over time, the man begins to doubt himself. He starts wondering, is it me? Am I really the problem? But deep inside, he knows he is only trying to build a stable home. Number 2. She blames you for her failed decisions. This is where things get dangerous. She keeps you out of the decision-making process, but when things go wrong, she drags you into the blame. She dismisses your advice, ignores your warnings, and does whatever she wants without considering the consequences. But the moment her choices fail, suddenly you are the one at fault, as if you were responsible all along. She avoids accountability while making you pay the price for her mistakes. Suddenly, it turns into accusations like, you didn't support me, you discouraged me, you made me doubt myself, and you didn't motivate me. She makes the decisions alone, but distributes the consequences as a team. You end up apologizing for mistakes you tried to prevent. You become the bad person in her edited version of events. You carry the emotional weight of choices you never approved. This is not misunderstanding. This is emotional manipulation and psychological warfare wrapped in relationships. Marriage is supposed to be 2 people on the same side, but with a controlling woman, you end up fighting the battles she creates and pays for the losses she causes. Number 3. She wants the crown but rejects the responsibility. Some women want to lead, but they don't want to be held responsible for the results of their leadership. She wants authority without effort, control without accountability, and dominance without discipline. She wants to steer the ship, but when the ship crashes, she hands you the guilt. She wants to be the queen in the home, but only for the parts that feel good, not the parts that require humility, wisdom, or responsibility. A woman like this doesn't want a husband. She wants a safety net, a shield, and a scapegoat for the moments when her ego betrays her. And here's the painful irony. She will resent you when she doesn't get her way. She will resent you even more when she does get her way, because the outcome exposes her mistakes. So you lose either way. This emotional loop slowly turns marriage into a place where the man loses his voice, loses his confidence, and loses his sense of leadership. Number 4. She holds you accountable for her emotions, even when she's the one who created the problem. For a controlling woman, the real power isn't just in making decisions. The real power is controlling how you feel about those decisions. If she gets upset, it's your fault. If she overreacts, she says you triggered her. If she disrespects you, she says you made her angry. She refuses to own her emotions, but demands that you manage them. So you end up carrying emotional burdens that do not belong to you. You start walking on eggshells. You start avoiding topics to keep the peace. You stop expressing your needs because any disagreement becomes a storm. You learn to apologize even when you are not wrong. You learn to calm her down even when she caused the problem. You learn to shrink yourself to avoid her explosions. At this point, communication dies, peace disappears, and love turns into suffocation. This is not a relationship. This is emotional dictatorship. And many men suffer in silence because society teaches them to just endure. Number 5. She slowly turns you into the enemy in your own home. A controlling woman eventually rewrites the entire story of the relationship until you become the bad person. Your opinions turn into arguments. Your boundaries turn into selfishness. Your leadership turns into intimidation. She stops seeing you as a partner and starts seeing you as a threat to her ego. So she misinterprets your silence, twists your intentions, and attacks your character anytime you challenge her. Soon, you're living like a visitor in your own home, becoming careful with your tone, your words, and your expressions. Not because you're wrong, but because she is determined to always be right. Marriage becomes no peace, no unity, and no partnership, just daily survival. And a man who lives in survival mode cannot give love. He can only give silence. And silence slowly destroys connection. Finally, marriage with a controlling woman is not partnership. It is punishment disguised as love. She will call you oppressive for offering leadership. She will call you unsupportive for rejecting bad ideas. She will call you the reason she failed, even when she acted alone. A marriage built on dominance is a marriage built on suffering. So choose wisely. Choose a woman who values unity, not a woman who craves power. Choose a woman who respects your leadership, not a woman who rebels against it. Choose a woman who wants to build with you, not a woman who wants to rule you. Because the right woman will elevate you, support you, stand with you, and bring out the best version of you. But the wrong woman, the controlling woman, will make you regret ever choosing love in the first place. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on love, relationships, and marriage.